Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on the Ridge, something a little different. That's right, we got our trenches dug for our solar PV cables to our power shed. Well, today we're going to start laying the conduit, dry fitting it, make sure everything goes where it needs to go, and maybe start mounting some boxes. So let's do this. So what we're going to do is get our conduit laid out, 1-inch conduit, all the way down and go to that back column there. And then another separate 1-inch conduit all the way down. And then a third 1-inch conduit. Now I also got a 3/4 inch conduit that's going to come from that GFCI receptacle. Go to the center column there. I'll have a GFCI receptacle right there. And eventually I can have lights and all that, a separate circuit. So originally I had talked about doing 2-inch conduit in the trough and then coming off each one with a 1-inch and having a underground conduit body. And a lot of you said, Tim, that is not the way to do it. And looking it up, you can do it that way. My dad, who's a retired master electrician, said, Tim, that's not the way you do it. All the years he's done it, he's never done it that way. Pulling it would be a pain in the butt. It's already gonna be a pain in the butt. So I'm just running 1-inch conduit all the way through. Should be much easier to pull 4 of the PV cables and a ground through each one, 4 and a 1, so it's a 1-inch conduit. That's 10 gauge wire up there. That shouldn't be an issue. And then of course, where it comes out of the ground, we're going to use Schedule 80 conduit. Now Schedule 80 is this green striped here, and it's a much, much thicker walled conduit than Schedule 40 right here. So I'm also, you can see all my materials I've got right there. To run them all individually, I'm going to actually use this box right here, and I'll mount this box right here on the wall. Come back a little bit for you. Mount this box right here on the wall, and each of the conduits will come up inside that and then distribute out. I think this is going to be the plan. You know, plans change. We'll just keep going. Go ahead and get this conduit. I'm gonna slide that out, get all my materials here. All right, so 1-inch. All right, and I will clean everything out later. So we're gonna do the long run. Dry fit, get that in there. All right, another one. So 3, I bet it's going to take 5 or 6 to get down to the far column there. All right, so there's 3. Whew. Let's try a 4th one. Let's see how far that goes. All righty. Oops, backwards. Here we go. So it'll be 40 feet. Each one of these is 10. And all right, let's see how far that goes down. 40 feet, let's see. That goes right there. Oh yeah, gonna need some more conduit on it. All right, let's get 2 more sticks here. I think that definitely two is gonna be enough. This one on here. Ah, don't fall, Tim. Gonna cause a cave in. Once I got it set up the right direction. 1. Keep going that way. And get the other one. Make sure I gotta clean these before I glue them. I will clean them. All right, let's see how far that goes now. All right, right there. Whew. All right, let's get a 90 on here. Yeah. All right, get this dropped in the hole. And it should, I'm going to jump down there too, aren't I? All right. Jump! Woo! All right, this bend around the corner and it should fit right under there. Oh yeah, perfect. All right. Now, of course, I still have to dig out right there a little bit and get that closer. But let's see how we're doing on that end. Sure would be nice if I only needed 6 even pieces of conduit, wouldn't it? But it looks like it might be a little short. Go ahead and put this on here. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a couple feet short. So I'll just have to splice in a little piece to get. I counted for 7 sticks for this run. So I only use 6. That leaves me 1 extra piece, and hopefully it can continue to stay built up like that. Go ahead and get this put back together. There we go. All right, so that needs a little bit more. Now let's try the middle one. This middle one here, okay, if that took 6, I'm guessing 4 for this one. I mean, I counted for 5. So I may have extra left over, which will be a good thing. But get it together. All right. I'm gonna push this down there. So here's 3. 3 and 4. It's gonna be like the other one. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. We shall see though. All right, let's go ahead and do this. I'll leave the 90 off that one and get this popped in. I need to adjust. All right, let's see here. Go ahead and put the 90 on here. Yeah. Slide it this way, Tim. Slide it this way. All the way up. And then we'll see how close we are. It's like a surprise. Let's go find out. All right, okay. We are pretty short. Again, I counted for an extra one. Go ahead and put this on here. Slide it up. And I'm gonna have all my short stuff in the other end. All my short stuff in the other end. There we go. Just leave that right there. That should account for the extra space I need. All right, let's go ahead and get the third one and see how we are on that. All right, let's get the last one here. I'm thinking 3, maybe 3. We'll find out. I mean, I counted for 4 on this one. Always gotta count a little extra. So there's 3. Bring it down here. Oh, it may be less on this one. All right, let's go ahead and get this 90 on there. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be long. That one all the way up to there. Come down here. Yep, it's gonna be long. It's long. Matter of fact, take this piece off here. And, oh yeah, look at this, guys. That actually does pretty good right there. Yeah. Yeah, let me get a 90 for this end, and that's good. Let's go ahead and get the 90 on here, and I'll get the 3/4 inch, start running it. 3/4 inch for the receptacle. Again, I'm thinking that's 4. That's the guess. So that isn't that what we used for the middle one was 4? I thought it was. Keep on going there. There's 3. All right, and I got a little bit of extra of everything now. And where's my 90 at? Let's go ahead and get the 90 on here and run it down. Come on, this stuff's a lot easier to work with. Keep on going, all the way. There we go. Shove it down. All right, it's a little short, but not too bad, not too bad. Down here on pole 3, I got it dug pretty close there. I just got to shove a little bit of that way. That one, it reaches pretty good. And we can see, come down here, we got the next two. We got the 1 inch and the 3/4 inch. And I got a lot to dig away on that one. And I don't really know how far my concrete sticks out. You know, I did like 18 by 18, but I may have done, you know, a bigger concrete hole. Come down here, we can see now we got the 1 inch right here. I got a lot to dig out on this one. Now I'm coming at an angle, but I still got to dig away at that side. I'm also going to be running ground wires inside the conduit, but also a bare number 6 ground wire from each of the big ground rods. I got one ground rod there, and I got one next to the 3rd column down there. That's what's required for the 48 big giant panel array I have right here. I'm probably going to do another ground rod there, and also another ground rod on the other side of the power shed where below the 200 amp service. That'd be the main one. So 2 for the 200 amp service, and then 2 for the array, and then we'll tie them all together with that bare number 6. So that is a little short right there maybe, but we can pull it down. But if we come down here, we can see how short we are on everything. So the 3/4 is way short. Again, I got an extra piece, and those are a little bit short, so not a big deal. I think now, before I know exactly how much I need to cut, I need to get the boxes mounted. So we've got that 8 by 8 box right there. We'll mount between those two strips right there on the board and batten. And we come around over here. I'll show you what we got. We got for a receptacle, I got a box right here, and that'll go just on the inside of column number 2. And then on each column, I've got these PV array DC isolators. They are disconnects, emergency disconnects, and they're 4-pole there, so 2 strings. They're made for 2 strings, and they're rated for the amount of current we've got here. Got 3 of them, and we'll mount 1 on each column, probably about right here. So the fire department guy, you know, comes up, chunk, turns it off, and that kills. Of course, we have the rapid shutdown switch on the outside of the power shed there. Boom, they hit that before they go inside. All that'll be good. All right, so let's see how we're going to connect all this stuff. This is my Schedule 80, 90, and 1 inch and 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch for the receptacle. Let's go check that out. All right, come down here, and we got our 3/4. So the receptacle is going to be back on the other side over here, and I got to come up close, and I may need a LR. I got an LB here for the 3/4 inch. I may need to go back and get an LR. I definitely have an LR here, and depending on where the concrete is down here, I'm going to come up like right there, come up to the disconnect, and if I can get closer, maybe I'll do it like this, and be closer like that. So hopefully all that works. Then again, it may be a better idea to come up with the Schedule 80 into the conduit body, and then have that come up like that. That way I could pull the cable out the conduit body, not have to go through another 90, and then the final run I can bring up into the switch. If that'll be close enough, of course I can always get a little farther away, right there if I have to. Yeah, so there's a I can do the same thing here. Come up out of there, right? And go, I can actually go into and put a receptacle right here and don't even need flex or anything. Just go straight out of there into a receptacle right there. Choices, choices, choices. Tell me what you think. All right. I'll put this box fairly underneath that. Can't get exactly, or should I put it straight under like this? I think with where I've got my trench dug, I think right here would be good. Let's see if I want to put it. No, see, I want to build a. I think I'll put it right there. That should be pretty even with it. Let's see if I can do this without losing my screws. First one, let's see, make sure. Yeah, right there. All right, level. Right. There we go. All right. There, looks nice and level. Come on, Tim, you can do this. One-handed. One-handed. Actually, I'm gonna do it with my right hand. It's not my good hand. I'm left-handed, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. It actually leaves a little bit of room for adjustment, doesn't it? Okay. Make sure I got it right on there. Here we go. Still level? Yep. Here we go. Level. Perfect. All right, right here, I'm 39¼ inches from the bottom of the stand, or top of that little stanchion to the center of this hole here. I've already tapped a hole for my self-tapper here. Let's see if I can get this. Actually, the bottom has the groove to get, so I can just set it on it. And oh, upside down, and that's why. There we go. And then now, get the top one. It should line up perfectly. Perfectly in the hole right there. Get up in there. There we go. Get up, get up. There we go. Come on. Get the butt. Oh yeah. All the way up in there. There we go. Nice using these self-tappers. I self-tapped them with a driver, impact driver, but I didn't want to wallow them out too much because they won't fit tight. Now these, oh, these fit super tight. When I say super tight, I mean super tight. There we go. Once it gets going in the hole, should be there. Here we go. Okay, come on. Woo! Guys, look at that. That looks nice. Boom. Column one, we got the pre-drill. All right, that one should be good. Actually, I gotta get this bottom one over it. Yep. Looks like I go down a little bit more, open it up a little bit more. There we go. It should just slide right over. Oh yeah. Slide right over. And oh, I gotta get these going. Gotta get this one going. Should be nice and smooth. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Hot, hot to trot. All right, let's see if I can get this one. Oops, started. Oh yeah, there we go. Get the bottom one. Tighten, baby, tighten. Okay, now this one. Boom. One more. Column 3. Everything should be lined up. There we are. Make sure everything looks good there. Oh yeah. Ooh. Ooh. You get a forearm workout that for sure. There we go. Alrighty. All right, all 3 of them lined up perfectly. All right, now for the back braking work. I gotta get the rest of this dirt off of here. See how my concrete looks. And you can see right there's the edge. That's not too bad. Go ahead and get as much dirt as I can off right there. This one wasn't that bad. Because it's got to swoop up like that. Come straight up next to this. So, yeah, not bad at all. Not bad. Whoa, don't fall. Yes. That should be about right, because it can curve up a little bit and then be straight right here. So I think, because I only had to go 18 inches. I went way deep. I can always put some more clods and backfill under it. So I think this one is good. Get these out of the way. Oh, I got a lot to dig on this one. I am way deep though, so anything I bring over, get that gravel out of there, save my gravel, save as much as I can. Whew. Let's see. Yeah, whenever I was digging this with the backhoe, I just didn't want to get too close and mess up my concrete. Definitely did not do that on this one. Oh, goodness gracious. Ugh. This clay is hard to break. Ugh. 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 Goodness gracious. Digging a hole. Y'all remember that movie, Shia LaBeouf? Holes. I'm digging up holes. That was a good book too. My kids had to read that in school. We watched the movie, of course. All right. Give me a minute. It'll take me a while on this one. Get that one out of the way. Whew, this one's got a lot of digging to do too. I mean, I sure went way more than 18 inches in the main trench. But again, I can backfill it pretty easy. But all of this has got to go. Got to go. I need to get at least 18 inches down in front of it. Oh yeah. This isn't as bad as the middle one, having to come from up here like this. Oh yeah. This, because I'm gonna be curving like this, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Come on. And I only gotta do one piece of conduit. I got a big old piece of concrete right there to get in my way though. That may change how we do it. All right, let me get this done. And I'll show you what we got. Oh, I fell. I'll show you what we got. Give me a minute. Get these out of my way. Whew. All right, that should be good. All right, whew. Get the gravel off of here. Save my gravel. Crushed limestone, guys. I'm sorry, not gravel, crushed limestone. Some people are so sensitive. So sensitive. All I gotta do is go 18. I gotta get all of this going though. I scratched my shed here with my bucket. Woohoo, that was close. You can barely scratch the paint right there. I didn't notice that till just now. This is not gonna be as bad as I thought here either. Famous last words. All right, get a little bit more here, and then again, I'll get the GoPro, we'll walk down and show you each. So I'll be right back. All right, let's see how we did. This is the first one, right next to the power shed. I don't know if you can see. That is, let's see how far it is. Get my tape measure here. And from the bottom to the top is about 20 or 19, 20 inches right there. And it slopes down as we go. So that is perfect. Let's walk it back. Walk it back as we go. See how I did over here. And you can see I backfilled the dirt so the conduit will slope uphill to there. And of course, this one, the concrete sticks out right there. But from there down, guys, yeah, we're 18 inches to the top of the dirt and 22 inches to the top of the concrete. Of course, I have several inches of gravel there, or rock too. So let's keep on going, walking around. See how we are down here. I think you can see I sloped it up right there. And this is column 2. Let's see how we are on column 2 at the bottom. Again, 18 inches, about 21 inches to the top of the gravel. So that one's good. Walk back down to the last one. If you hear me out of breath, there's 2 reasons I'm out of breath. Well, actually, there's 3 reasons. 1, I'm old. 2, I'm working my butt off, digging these with a shovel and moving as fast as I can before the sun goes down. Another is I got allergies. My allergies are starting to bother me a little bit. All right, so right there, 18 inches, and again 24 top of the gravel here. So that should work. You see everything fits right smooth up to it. I do want to show you. I should have showed you when I was back over here, real quick. What I think I decided on. And, ouch! Caught myself. I think what I decided on is if I bring this over here, right, and it's down here, right, so that comes up right there. I'll have some Schedule 80 straight pipe right there, and then I think I'm gonna go like this right there. There we go. So that will come up, go straight in the bottom of the disconnect. That should be straight right there. And then that can come up from straight right there. And then I'll have this LR, this conduit body, to pull the cable because this little cover comes off my thumbs on. That should work perfectly. So a little bit of Schedule 80 right there and come up to there. Same thing all the way down. Now coming down here, we will just come straight up from the 90s straight into the bottom here with Schedule 80. That way everything right here is nice and Schedule 80 protected. Schedule 40 all down there. So let's see, I'm gonna put this right there so that is straight. If that's the case, I've got to have 20 inches. Yep, 20 inches right there. So if that's the case, let's go ahead and cut a piece of this, 20 inches. Again, this is the Schedule 80. Right there on the C, right there on the C. 20 inches. All right. This stuff is expensive, guys. This Schedule 80, whew. Clean that up, it's a thick wall. All right, so I will stick that down in there. I gotta get the, it's gotta go Got to go farther down than that. There we go. There we go. All right. And then I'll slide this onto there. And that should go right there. And I'll adjust that. That looks good, guys. That looks a really bit of adjustment. Right there. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. 1 inch. Slide down there, buddy. Curve in. Rotate. Goodness. It's like messing with an anaconda. There we go. All right. Whew. Right there. So I need this string. Ooh, backwards like that. Yeah. Don't mess up, Tim. All right there. So let's see how long this one needs to be. Bottom of that. It's like about 19 inches. About 19 inches. All right, so let's get this one down. I can sit down, I guess. Sitting on the job, Tim. All right, I think it was about more like 18 and a half. 18 and a half. Ooh, measure that again. I don't want to mess it up. This stuff is too expensive. Right on the back of the side of that. Right there. All right, clean this up. Slide that right in there. Gotta get in deeper there, buddy. Okay, there we go. And that should slide right on there. And be, oops, come over here. There we go. Right there. Look at that. Right there is where I want it. Perfect. Loving every minute of it. All right. One more, and then we'll start, Bill, cut those pieces. Actually, we got to do that in first, don't we? All right, this one. Right there. Bottom of that. Looks like it's about 18 and a half inches also. Like we did over there. So 18 and a half. I don't hit 18 and a half. Okay. 18 and a half is right on the C. Right on the C. Ready. Clean it up. Sticker in. And this conduit. And here we go. That is right where I want it. That is perfect. Yep. Same as the other ones right there. All right, now let's go do the down by the box by the shed. Hopefully I've got enough. Before I can connect to the box, I got to make these a little bit longer. If you recall, 3 of them were a little bit short. Number 1 was perfect right up to the end. I have enough slack on that one. So let's start with the 3/4 inch. Got a coupler here. Get that on. Again, I don't have to put it on too hard because I got to take it apart and glue it here shortly. But that should, oh yeah, that makes perfect. I'm gonna have the 3/4 inch there, 1, 2, and 3, or yeah, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch right there. So, all right, number 2, which is this one, and it needs a coupling. Actually, no, I got this one that already has the coupling built into it. There we go. And so this is number 2. Put that right there. Perfect. And number 3, it needed the coupling. It was a little shorter. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. Number 3. 3, 90, and voila. All right, that looks amazing. All right, now that everything's the right length, I can measure and cut my schedule 80. I think that'd be right good right there. Oh, this 80 is pretty tough to saw. Might need a new blade too. There we go. All right. Okay. Clean that up. Let's see, I need a coupler. Oh, no, this one already has a coupler on it. So let's do this on number 1. Put it on number 1 here. And that should, boom. Just gotta get a fitting on there. Let's see. I need another piece. Number 2, this will need a fitting. And right there, I can cut it a little bit off. Right there. Oops. Getting my exercise. Ooh, all right. Schedule 80. All right, couplers on there. Number 2. Pull this up. Number 2. Get it on there. Rock out of the way. Number 2. All right. I need some more schedule 80 for the 1 inch. But I've got it here. The 3/4. All right. Let's see how this looks. Get on here. There we go. Pop down below that. There we go. I'll turn that backwards. Okay. Schedule 80. I need one more piece there. And I also need schedule 80. I think I'm going to go from the fittings up to the switches. You're supposed to do it up to 5 feet, I think. It's kind of iffy about that. Some places don't require it. Some places do. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? So let's go see what we're going to do with the 3/4 inch on the center column for the receptacle. For the receptacle, what I've decided to do is, and it's based on what my column looks like above it, and I'll show that to you here in a little bit, but I'm going to put this receptacle right there, and I'll have this L body, LB right here. Of course, this one will be, you know, same height right next to it. Right there. So I just need some, let me get it right where I want it. Right there. So if that's the case, I just need some schedule 80 from there to there. So let me measure that, make sure this is down all the way. It is. And that would be 22 and a half. All right, so that's going to go straight into there. So 22 and a half. Right there. There we go. Clean it out. Slide that bad boy down in there. And, oh, we gotta take this off. The screws are in the thing, but I'll get them out. All right, so that is then going to go, oh, it's gravel, okay. That's gonna go on here, and this on here. Just like that right there. Look at that, guys. That looks That looks pretty amazing, I think. All right, let's get the box mounted up here. All right, come on, get lined up, lined up. Gotta be straight, gotta be straight. Make sure it's straight. All right. That looks pretty good. Oh yeah, nice, 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 nice. That's all good. Let's see if we can get this, oh, my bit go. Let's see if we can get this receptacle on here ground up. Let's see. Ay, ay, ay. Probably just use a regular screwdriver, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Get on there. There we are. Get this one started. And this is a 20 amp, but it's not GFCI. You're like, it's square, it's gotta be GFCI. No, it's actually tamper-proof, but it's not GFCI. The one upstream of this will be GFCI. That GFCI can have multiple receptacles downstream of it. Save you some moolah, baby, moolah. All right, let's see here. See if I can get this on. There we go. Look at that. That looks really good. Again, I don't have any wires in here yet, but I want to get it what it looks like. Look at that, guys. Hey, look at that. Pretty happy. Gasket. All right, now got to drill some holes, baby. Drill some holes. And we got 3 1-inch and 3/4. So let's see here. Start 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's got to come over pretty far. All right. Let me get the center one first. Actually, it can go off just the right a little bit because the 3/4 is going to be over here. So let me come over here a little bit. That 1-inch should fit. It does. I'll go ahead and put this lock nut on there so I make sure I got enough room for everything. So I can do the 3/4 right next to it. Right there. Should be enough room. Let's see, 3/4 inch. Not quite. Almost. There we go. Whew. Making a mess, making a mess. 3/4 inch. And then I need, don't drop. Okay, I almost found it. Whew. Making a big old mess here. And that one is on. So 3/4. Now we got 2 more 1-inch to do. So I need to get far enough away so I can get one there and one there. I think that's right. Oh my gosh. All right, so this one should go. Yep. And one more right next to it, right there. Right there. Come this way a little bit. That's my. No. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. And so now, let me go ahead and get this off here. I've got to go pick up another piece of Schedule 80 1-inch. I did not have enough. I want enough to get one more up here and then the 3 columns over there. And it will be okay. It will be okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Put those on there. And 3/4 inch. I did get it in my eye. All right, let's see here. Let's 3/4 inch. Get that one up in there. That looks nice and straight. Perfect. All right, so this is 1 and 2. 1, 2. Gotta pick it up. 1. All right. Get the nuts on here. Whew. That looks amazing. Let me pull this over just a little bit. So it's straight. So it's straight. Oh yeah, look at that, guys. Look at that. There we go. All right, so I gotta go get another stick of this Schedule 80 1-inch to get number 3 done. And I'll also use it to go up from the ground up to the disconnect switch. Let's go get the GoPro and walk you around and show what we got so far. All righty, okay, so we got to column 3, column 2, column 1. So I just need about a 30-inch piece of Schedule 80 to go there. Come down here, we got this amazing receptacle right here, be GFCI protected. Now, I'll cap this off for now, but eventually we'll go all the way up and we can get lights and all that stuff, or if I want more receptacles someplace. And you can see, because I went on this side, there's no bolts on this side, right? They can go straight up the column. If I did it on the back side over here, like originally I thought I was gonna do, got this huge bracket and everything right there. So that would have been a pain in the butt to get around. Now, for the main power, we're gonna come up, we're gonna go in this bottom right side right here, come up the right side of the column, and you can see I got bolts right there. So being on the right side here, all the way up, and then I'll stop the conduit right there, and then we can just have the PV wires coming out the top, and we'll anchor that conduit all to that. So come down here, and we can see we got the same thing. Nice, nice, nice. Look down the track here. Looky there, guys. Looky there. We just got one more piece to get to be able to do right there. Come up, and that looks pretty amazing. So we are. Let me go to the electrical store before they close, get that last stick, get this, and then we'll glue it together and call this part of the job done. Luckily, the electrical supply store hadn't closed yet. I'm gonna get this done before it gets dark. So I already took my measurements. I need 3 at 26.5 and 1 at 29. So let's see here, 29. This is the one that's gonna have the bell end. 29 right there. All right, and 3 at 26.5. 26.5 right there. All righty. Alright. Another 26.5. And one more 26.5 right there, with a little bit to spare. Turn around this way. Ah, come on. I hear bees. There we go. Woo, goodness gracious. All right, let's go see if they fit. Alrighty here. Let's start with this long one. I should be able to slide this on. Lift up, get it under. Perfect, perfect. That was easy. This one may be a little more difficult. Let me take this off and put it on. This should work. Slide that on there. Slide that up in there. And then back in the bottom piece. Hey, look at that, guys. That looks amazing. Let's do the same thing here with number 2. Pull that out. There we go. Let's see. Put this back. Slide that up under there. And that should pop in there. That was easy. I like that. All right, last but not least, let's see here. I might be able to poke this one in without moving anything. Oh yeah, because this one's low. All right, yeah, so that one's not a problem. Gotta pull it up a little bit. I got this trench dug really low, but it's the same size pipe, so that looks amazing. That's the last one. Now, let's glue everything together in time lapse, and then we'll come back and do a final inspection. Oh yeah.
The state says no, but we say go. Building out here where the wild winds blow. Neighbors gather round, hands joined to lend. Ridge life, the dream we defend. This is Ridge life, building strong and true. From the ridge to the world, just me and you. Freedom on 30 acres, homestead in our veins. Living Ridge life, where the heart remains. Living Ridge life, where the heart remains. Ridge life, where the heart
Ooh, I learned something very quickly gluing that. My dad, again, the retired master electrician, said, Tim, lay the conduit out on the ground above, glue it all together, drop it in the trench, then do your final connections. Of course, I didn't do that. I laid it all in the trench and got the right lengths and cut it and then get the connectors and did all that stuff. And then when I went to take the long runs apart, it's like they self-glued. I guess the heat, you know, because it was cool and warm. And even, so I started off, you know, over there, doing those connections, taking everything apart. Time I got to here, that was a problem. That was a problem. So I paused. I went ahead and disconnected all the conduit, all the way down. I labeled everything. You know, it was string 1 and 2, string 3 and 4, string 5 and 6. That way I didn't mix the conduits up. And I eventually got it. Woo, that was pretty tough. Now let me show you what we got over here. So we got this right here. And I am going to put a block. Actually, I've got some of this batten material. I'm going to put it in the back there. I'm going to paint it white, and then I'll get the straps. You have to have straps within 12 inches of the box. So I got straps, and I'll have a white wood behind that, and everything will be straight. And actually, it looks pretty straight now, doesn't it? Pretty straight. But I'll make sure it's all in line and straight. And let's go down here. Matter of fact, let's walk the trench. You can see everything is glued. All the junctions are glued. Here we go. And we come up. I got this one. Now, above ground, I did not glue. I did not glue this LB on, this elbow, or that straight piece. Because I'm going to probably take this off and pull all the cable up through here. Or I may try one, pull the LB side cover off, pull it out. We'll just have to see how hard it is to pull before I glue all that down. But that looks really good. You know, we'll straighten it. I get straps on here. We'll straighten that up. Boom. Nice. We'll get some conduit going up. Get everything wired up there. That would be another day, guys. That would definitely be another day. Not today. Not today. Coming down here. And I got a little slack left too. That's good in case I need to adjust anything. We can see we got, let me adjust this a little bit. This is our 2-3 string, and then the receptacle, I wanted, this was against there and looked, you know, it was nice and clean, but I want the two bodies and conduit in line with each other. So I'm going to get a coupling and a piece right here and mate that together, make it look a lot better. So that should get all that taken care of. And eventually, again, I said I can come up out of here. I'll put a plug in there for now and then get lights and all that stuff. So coming down here to the final one. And we can see how that one looks. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Again, above the ground is not glued, but everything else is glued nice and pretty. 5, 6, off, on, boom, nice. Well, that was some work, but that was some fun work. I loved seeing it all come together like that. Again, that's my first time running conduit in trenches like that, especially doing anything by myself. When I was in the steel mill and the industry, you know, we ran small projects with my team. If we had large projects, we'd get contractors come in and do that. But small projects I've done before. But guys, I've never dug a trench and laid 4 conduits to disconnects with elbows and PVC cement and everything. We didn't use PVC at all in the steel mill because it would just get broken in a steel mill with all the heavy equipment. Yeah, we typically used rigid metal. And sometimes actually use what's called Rob Roy, which is a plastisol metal conduit. It has plastic dip because we had hydrochloric acid in our pickling line. So yeah, I've done stuff, but nothing to this extent by myself. So what do you think about by myself work? Again, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty happy. The big question will be when I call to get the rough-in inspection by the state. Will the state electrical inspector go thumbs up or thumbs down to Tim's work? Because I do things a little bit unconventional sometimes. But I did have some guidance by some professionals, so that was great. Now I've got lots of wiring to do, guys, and before I can cover all this up, I've got to get that rough-in inspection. And before I get the rough-in inspection, because this is a trench inspection too, I got to get all the wires pulled, and then I'll have them come out and check all the conduit, all the wires, all the equipment, all the grounding, the bonding, and the trench. And then once they give me the thumbs up on that rough-in inspection, I'll cover everything up, get everything terminated, you know, and we'll get the final inspection and power it up. I know I'm excited for it. And of course, the house is next. The Ridge off-grid barn house is next after this is done. So hopefully you're enjoying these videos. Lots more to come, guys. Lots more to come. So if you did like it, give it a big old thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. It's always 100% free. Hit that notification bell right down there. Be notified anytime a new video comes out on one of our channels. Until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day. Stay with me and go Ridge Life.